Okay, it's a wonderful opportunity for me to deliver a lecture on podcasting. I must thank Avichi College of Arts and Science principal and uh, in charge of the department, Mr. Prakash, and all the faculty members. Um, Really, it is a wonderful opportunity for me because see, through this kind of opportunity, we people were always communicate with the young blood. That means the young, energetic students were from the department. Maybe this is the great opportunity to meet you all in this kind of platform. We must thank COVID-19 because of that it is possible. So we people were here. Okay, without any explanation about the topic or thing that we will enter into the topic podcasting for beginners. So I will share my screen now. So through that way that you will see what I'm going to uh, give a class for you. Okay, so that through that way that you will get one clear idea what it means. Okay, so podcasting for beginners. First, we must know what is podcasting because you see, um, earlier days we people were aware of that broadcasting and then the telecasting. Likewise, this podcasting were came. Hopefully, you know that how this particular word were coined. Um, who coined this word? Actually, it's a very interesting thing that when Apple were introduced the iPods, at the time this word were coined by a journalist from the Guardian newspaper. He wrote an article about iPod. At the time, he used this word podcasting. So where there that word were introduced, and then only that this word were enter into this field and the media field. Most of the international broadcasters were using this technology, including BBC, Voice of America, Deutsche Welle, NHK, Radio France International, all the international mediums were use this technology. In Tamil, the first radio channel were introduced this new technology from Singapore, Radio Singapore International, called Oli 96.8 Tamil broadcaster were introduced this one on 2000. But now we are in 2020. So after 20 years, only we come and using this new technology and aware of this new technology. The reason is we people were not that much of interest on this audio medium. We thought that the radio is an old medium. Not like that. The radio is an enriched one, and nowadays there is a lot of new technology introduced. For example, DRM, DAB, IBOC. A lot of things were on the way, and SDR. So these are all the new platforms, and we people were just like that, ignore these things, and we are uh, going just like that. So here I have to tell you that the different type of modes, you know very well that these are all the different modes were there in the broadcasting, and we people know only about the FM. Apart from the FM, we doesn't know anything on this particular platform. A lot of modes of technology were there in this one. So what is the reason we people were just like that ignore? The reason is there is no what we call it. There is no opportunity for us to use this kind of thing. Maybe that is the reason that I'm telling you that why nowadays we are using a webinar. No, earlier days we people were very much shy and very much afraid to show our face in the live format, and don't like to take a live classes on the webinars. But now what happened that each and every one were doing that webinars in different platforms. For example, we are using our mobile phone for these platforms. Don't you think? that in early that means before COVID-19 and after COVID-19, in the we have to do that kind of research in that media side and also in the education side. That much of changes were happened. So these are all the different type of broadcast. Please note it down or take a screenshot of this one and go and search yourself, and you will get a lot of interesting information about these things. Okay, here I'm going to do a interesting presentation to you with the help of the BBC. I was with BBC for 6 years, and hopefully you people aware of that. BBC were run on training academy for the media peoples. It is called BBC Academy. If you don't know, please visit that website here in that panel. You must see that website ID bbc.com/academy. So which gives you a lot of interesting information about what's happening there in that medium. Okay, so this is a very unique website for the learners like media journalism or electronic media guys. As a student, uh, you must see these things. Okay, otherwise uh, um, wait a minute, I think I got a call from, I don't think so. I'm mm, could you please tell me that people's you are getting me clearly? That means screen is not showing. Okay, okay. Wait a minute. I have to show that screen. Wait a minute. Mm, because of that, uh, I think now the screen is on. Please give me answer whether in your chat box. Are you getting my screen now?
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir. Perfect, sir.
Please give your answer.
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir.
Prakash, I think right now my screen is on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Isn't
Perfect.
it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyhow, it shows me that your screen are sharing. So how do develop an audience for the podcast? Before we enter into that, we must know some data, what's happening there in and around the world. I already told you that this was particular bbc.com/academy website, were a very important website for BBC workers. When I was there, they asked me to go through this website, and you must know all the details, what's happening there in this field. So this is the learning platform for the people, those who are in the BBC. Thank God nowadays they open to all the public to access these platform. Earlier it is not like that. Only the workers were there in the BBC utilize these pages. So I think this is the website which gives you a lot of interesting information. And you know one thing, that BBC were giving free courses for the developing countries, people like Indian students. So if you were interested on the BBC Academy, you may apply there for with a scholarship. That is 100% scholarship are available, and you will utilize these courses for 6 months or 1 year courses. So here, who listen to podcast? Actually, in India only, that we are not that much of aware of this particular new technology, but all over the world, nearly 4.2 million people listening the podcast each week in UK alone. So that shows that how much it is very much interested by the people there, that particular country. So through this way that we will know that importance of that broadcast. That means out of which 2.7 million are not listening to radio, but the audience is young, third or 50 to 24 years odds from diverse background. It shows that the youth were very much interested to listen the podcast. So this is the missing audience the BBC want to reach. So why, what is the reason they focused on the podcast? This is the reason. So what are their listening patterns? That is very important to know that in which way that these people are listening. Different type of listeners are there. People are usually solo listeners, or peak listening time is during the evening, and podcast audience actively chose, and these are all the tidbits what happening there. So how these people were discover the podcast in different modes, that is from the social media, newspaper, or iTunes, on the BBC website, live audio, cross promotion. These are all the things. Leave it. Now what I'm going to do is that uh, in what way that you people start your own podcast. Actually, each and every students were there in this medium. That means we people have our own YouTube channels. No, likewise we will start our own broadcasting channels. That means earlier we don't know that we have to record audio from the on recorder, and after that we have to transfer that audio to your laptop and edit all those things. Nowadays it is not like that, just you will go on air, just like that what we people were there doing in the Facebook, like that the podcasting were came. So be aware of that, what are the new technology available there for start your own podcast. So we must know these things. Before that, you see, what is the reason these podcasts were become hit in this medium? That is very interesting. You see, it were give informality and personal community of creators, effortless stimulus things. That means these are all the very important things were there for the podcast. If you have a mobile phone with a good internet connectivity, then there is no problem to utilize. What is the difference between the radio broadcasting, that means a conventional broadcasting, and internet broadcasting, and a podcast? I must differentiate it, no, through that way that you know the importance. The very important thing is that it is like an RSS feed, rich site summary. That means you need not to sit on time to listen a program like a radio. And if, for example, if you want to listen on particular program, you have to be sit in front of radio and listen the program, isn't it? For example, in the television channel also, after these kind of um, Netflix and the Amazon Prime, then only these people's G5 and the Sun Next were enter into this market. Likewise, these podcasts were also enter. So thing is that once they broadcast it, they make it an archive one in their website and then the podcasting. And if you were subscribed that, like our YouTube channels, no, you subscribe to the thing. Like here, you subscribe this one, automatically it will come to your inbox. So what are the updates were there? What are the new programs were enter into this one? So these are all the things were there in that apps. For example, there is common free applications available for producing your own content. Okay, so how do the BBC promote their broadcast? It's a very very interesting thing, that the format is very very important, in which way that you may start your own podcast. Okay, what are the common platforms? That means free platforms were available for you to start your own podcast. First, I will recommend you that you may go to Anchor FM, Anchor.fm. Anchor FM is a very important platform nowadays. It's very become a very popular application oriented podcasting site, which gives you space to start your own podcast. And there is no limitation on that page, that you may produce hours together content, not like a SoundCloud. Okay, this is very interesting thing on that platform. That is the reason that most of the peoples were enter into that Anchor.if FM. So that particular platform gives you the website simultaneously application, not only Android, also give a iOS application. So through that way that you will produce your content, upload your content, and simultaneously these people were share your content in 10 different platforms. That is very important. What are the 10 different platforms, which we will go and see later? So the, what is the reason that the podcast, I told you, know, how do you promote your own podcast? That means the format is very important. The format in the sense, what type of content you people are going to produce in your podcast. So you must focus to one particular theme. That is very important. For example, we here in Chennai, in the COVID time, for a test broadcast, we start two different platforms. One is one content is called short stories, Tamil short stories, and another one is I'm residing in Mylapore area, and what I do is I collect the news surrounding me, and I broadcast a radio called Mylapore FM. And nowadays, what I am doing is the human interest stories where I'm taking and broadcast on that Mylapore FM. So this is the interesting part. Without any permission, without any hesitation, you may start your own podcast uh, within 3 steps. That is like a blog. If we have a Gmail account, automatically we will start our own blog. No, likewise here, if you have a Anchor platform, automatically you will start your own podcast in 3 steps. Okay, what are the 3 steps? I will explain you. First, I told you that you must choose a format, and the text. The keyword is very important. Okay, what type of name you are choosing for your FM. And I'm calling here FM. FM means, don't think that the frequency modulation. Now, how the radio term were become common one, like that the FM were also become a common one for the radio field. So the FM shows that forecasting. Okay, and the image is very important. Like in YouTube channels, we people give a thumbnail. No, like why here also that you must choose one image, very clear image. And then that audio in which format you are record it, and what type of mic and what type of editing softwares you are using. Don't worry about that mic and the editing software. I will give a very easy way to how you people utilize whatever the technology you have. Don't afraid that I don't have any professional mic studio setup. Don't worry about that one. You have your smartphone. Basic smartphone is enough for you to start your own broadcast. That means podcast. Okay, so that you need not to worry about that things. I think here you see I will show you another interesting page. This is the from chat. You people were saying that, and I must thank HubPost. They are giving this wonderful page for you to um, know something about that in this field. Here I don't want to share all the blah blah things which I already told you. So what is the reason you must start a podcast? Means, of course, you have to document the content, document your people, document your um, um, culture. That is very important. So here is the a very important thing that what we are saying is, first one is feed and the gear and the setup. Okay, let's see that. uh, yeah, of course, you see, I think now you're saying find out what's on the HubSpot's podcast toolbox, how these peoples were started, and type of feed products they are using, and their own setup. Let us see that what type of feeds are there. As I already told you, that Anchor.fm page, which gives you 10 different platforms to feed your podcast through the RSS thing. So you need not to worry. Just you upload your content whether in Anchor.fm. Automatically, these peoples were sharing your content in different platform, including Spotify. Spotify is on a very popular platform which is available in this US market, and now they monetizing. That means monetizing means they will give money for your content once your program will become very hit and unique one. Your program become a unique one, then automatically you will get a good number of listeners. So this is the very basic gears you must have for your podcast. And the microphone means, I already informed these things in earlier lectures. Nowadays there is a lot of wonderful mics were available here in India itself. The foreign mic brands, important brands called Rode were available here in Chennai itself. It's a wonderful mic. It gives you the studio quality recording. Okay, so that much of quality mic available here in these places, and the recording software. So recording software also, you need not to worry about the software. I already, you don't need a very paka software like a Neander or Soundforge or Cool Edit or something like in a professional one. The Anchor.fm, which gives their own editing software in their platform itself. So when you record your content on the time itself, you will put a flag marks were there in that recording, and you will edit through that particular application itself in the anchor.fm itself. So this is the very uniqueness. Earlier days, you must record the program and you produce, or you edit the program in a separate way, and you mix the music, and then you upload the content in this platform, isn't it? But now what happened that you record your content in the mobile phone itself, and you edit your content in the mobile phone itself, and you will upload the content in the mobile phone itself, and simultaneously you will share the content. That platform itself share your content. You don't worry about these things. So this is the uniqueness where they are in this platform. So automatically you will get a paka listenership, where within a month or a week, good number of listenership were there. Okay, I will show that particular thing here, because what happened. Mm, yes. You see, this is the mics I show that earlier classes. Wait a minute. Could you please tell me that my screen is on the sharing? That means you people were seeing my screen. I'm showing PPT now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, because
Yes, sir. We can see. We can see.
yeah, where is here? Mm, yeah, now you are seeing my screen, isn't it? Okay, so already I shared these particular slides with some other lectures. Somebody were asked me that our road mic were cost little bit high. This is the road mic, and this is the platform which I'm using, and I'm recording in this particular mic, and using my iPhone 6 for my recording, and very good clarity, and the sensitivity and selectivity is there in this mic. But the problem is it is a little bit high, the cost. It is 5 plus k, 5k I think here in Chennai. Don't worry that this particular mic is a wonderful mic for you to record here in a podcast for the beginners. It's a Boya. This is nearly 700 rupees. I think it is available in Ritchie Street and in the Mount Road camera shops. So, or you want to start your own basic setup, that is generic mics were available in this market, Ritchie Street, around 300, 200. But I don't recommend that mic, because it is not that much of good for recording. Okay, so you may go to a Boya, and it's a very useful mic for to edit. Here you see, this is the platform which is there from anchor.fm. I took a screenshot from my mobile. Through this way that you will see your screen, and you will edit all those things in this platform itself. Need not to transfer your audio file to your laptop or a desktop for editing. So very easy way to edit your content in this platform. And also these people share this content in Radio Public, Spotify, and a lot of platforms. They are sharing nearly, you see, 13 different platforms. That is very interesting thing for the people, those who are enter. I must give a good example. This is a Ponniyin Selvan, which were run by Uma Chari, were from Trichy. She start this particular FM in the COVID period only. Last 2 months only she is running the show, and right now she is get a good number of audience around the world. See, I mentioned here where to listen. These are all the platform: Google Podcast, Radio Public, Spotify, RSS feed, and lot of things. And simultaneously, it is uploaded in the Spotify. So need not to worry about that one. That is the very interesting thing for Anchor. Anchor were giving this much of opportunity for the content creators. But nowadays, we people were not that much of interest on this platform. But anyhow, you may try your own. So now Ponniyin Selvan will get a good nearly 40k, 40,000 views per day, and very soon she's going to get a monetization for her content. And so That is the interesting thing here in this one. Another one interesting website called that is a case study called Kadai Wasai. This is also one of the interesting platform for her. She is also producing short stories and the novels in her podcasting. Her name is Deepika Arun. Right now, she is uploading Sivakami in Sabadam. It's very unique platform for people those who are enter into this field. You may see also using the Tanker.fm and simultaneously see upload in Ghana and Geo platform, different platforms. Right now, she get nearly 3 lakh subscribers, and this is the right time for the people, particularly students, will start your own podcast. Okay, because there is no money you people are going to spend for this one. Your mobile phone is enough for your content generation. Okay, so here I recommend always Arun sir is there here in this platform. I say he is using this particular setup, and he's start Chennai live Chennai FM and broadcast news from Salayur. This is the setup kit he buy and using. But don't worry that these are all the kits who are very important for your podcast. Don't worry, you need not to buy all these stuffs. It is for our, what are the available materials for the professional recorder, so that I shows these things. A lot of people here in the prominent channels, Radio Michi, All Day Radio Big, or Jays, we are also using these kind of thing. Okay, this is the console for two input, and these are all the gadgets for. Of course, you when you go to buy these kind of pins, you must aware of this TRS pin, TRRS pin. This is very important for producing your own content in your mobile phone. Okay, that is a thing that the time right now is 11:30. Maybe I will show some of the other interesting websites for you, through that way that you will get some information about what's happening there in this podcasting. So News on Air, this is a very important application which is run by All India Radio. Nearly 230 channels available in this one. All India Radio also planned their own podcast very soon. Now, right now, they are in the application only. So this is a very interesting thing that earlier days we can't listen. Wait a minute. Okay. Please wait. Sorry for the inconvenience. I think you people were not see my screen. I will show you once again that screen for you. Don't worry that I think right now. Could you please tell somebody that are you seeing my screen in the Q&A chat box? யாராச்சும் சொல்லுங்களேன், என்னுடைய ஸ்க்ரீன் இப்போ தெரியுதா? நான் போட்டிருக்கிற ஸ்க்ரீன் மைக்ரோஃபோன் காட்டியிருக்கிறேனே. யாரும் பதிலே தர மாட்டேன்றீங்களே. Yeah, please. Yeah, okay, that's great. Okay. So, oh my goodness, wait a minute. So here you see that earlier I show you, this is the TRRS pin. So when you were going on this kind of podcasting, you must use these kind of pins for your recording. Okay, so because you see this particular pin were working like this. One is for the current and one is left, right, and for one is mic. So sometimes it says like it's for health, and it's left, it's right, and the mic. So when you go to buy a mic for your podcasting, be aware of this. This particular very important pin must be there. Otherwise sometimes they will give you a mono pin or a stereo pin for you. It will not suit for your recording. It will not suit for your podcasting. Okay, if few people were using an external mic, the mic pin itself, that means I told you, here you will see that in the Rode mic. So you must buy TRRS pin. Okay, so this is the very important thing. And apart from that, these are all the gadgets. I already told you, I think you people are seeing this screen. You may go to this website and anchor.fm. Ponniyin Selvan, Umachari were doing this one, and Kadai Osai by Deepika Arun. She is also doing a very good work in this podcasting.
Yes, sir.
Nearly 3 lakh subscribers are there for her content. Okay, so it's still in seventh slide. Oh my goodness, I don't know what is the reason. Each and every slide I have to share. I think so. Maybe wait a minute. Okay. So right now, I think Prakash. I think right now you people are seeing my screen.
Sir, but it is still hanged in the mobile microphone screen.
Sir, you can try stop sharing and
So
share
that
the screen again, sir.
the problem where with. So it's still in seventh slide. Okay. I have to share each and every screen, every slide. That is the reason that it will not allow me to show all the slides simultaneously. Anyhow, it is not very important that. Hello. Huh. Sorry for the trouble again. I think you people were trouble because of that technical issues. When I use the PPT, automatically it were hanged and you people were not seeing my screen. Anyhow, so this is the slide which earlier you people were saw, and this is the mic which I'm using for my podcast. I'm running already. I told you I'm running two podcasting channels. One is called Mailapur FM, and another one is called um, Tamil Sirugadigal. Nearly 70 short stories were uploaded right now, and another one case study is called already I told you Ponniyin Selvan by Umachari, and 40,000 subscribers were there for this channel. Here this is the platform. When you upload the content in the Anchor, automatically they will share in 10 different platforms. You need not to share in each and every platform. These peoples itself, that means Anchor itself, doing the sharing there in their page. And this is the Kadayosai, Deepika Arun were doing that one. And right now she got nearly 3 lakhs of subscribers and going on. Very successful podcast from here in Chennai. And that is the reason I request you that students, you may start your own platform with this kind of kids. Podcast studio kit is available in the market, and if you have a money, you may buy this one. Otherwise, don't worry that you may use your mobile phone itself. And Earlier I show you, this is a small console with the kit for using my production, what I am doing here with my setup. This is the thing that we already discussed about the TRRS pin. So when you go to the market, you must aware of this one and buy a TRRS pin. Don't buy a mono or just like that pins. Okay. I think Prakash, all the screens were showing. Okay. Okay. Then I will cut the call. So this is the thing. So need not to worry about and all these gadgets were come around 500 rupees, something like that. This particular pin is cost 150 rupees, and the mic cost is just 800 rupees, like that kind of thing. So hardly you will spend 2000 rupees for your production gadgets. So if you don't have that much of money, don't worry, that use your mobile mic itself. Make a distance with that mic, and you may use the mic as an that the phone mic as paka mic. I think you may use on cloth, soft cloth, for that one, to avoid your pop sound where there in that one, and keep one distance. Maintain the distance like 5 to 10 centimeters gap between your phone and the mic. This is the slide already I told you. So I think here I will stop, and you may raise the questions, because I think most of the part which I have to tell about what is podcasting and in which way that you will start. I think this is enough for you. My recommendation for you is that you people download Anchor application from your mobile phone itself, and you start your own podcasting. Okay. Apart from that, some of the gadgets you have to buy, and try your own podcast through this kind of platforms. And let's see that you may share the content with me, that I will give a suggestion for you. All the 75 participants who are listening this one, thank you very much for a wonderful opportunity. So here I will stop the of course I have to tell you, this is two books which important book which I wrote about what's happening there in the international band. So Ulaga Vaanoligal in Tamil, and international radios in English. So right now that Ulaga Vaanoligal only available in the market. You may buy that one and go through it. And right now I start on another podcast. I'm producing the content. The podcast name called Ham Radio, which is going to air very soon, so that you people also very much interested to listen that one. So that's it. This is my email ID and Facebook ID, and this is my Anchor ID. You may type Tamil Sirigadigal. You will listen my Mailapur FM and Tamil Sirigadigal, and up-to-date content were available. That means up-to-date updates on this particular broadcasting field. You may go to this website, my blog dxsguide.blogspot.com, and in hello ID is this one, and Twitter handle is OrdicDX Club, and FB is Jaisakthivel Tangavel. You may get all the updates in these platforms, social media platforms, through that way that you will enter into this field. Now and then I am giving a lot of new information, new technology developments, application oriented things. All these things were shared in these platforms. So people please come and join with me. So here is the question and answer session. The two peoples were asking me. One is Suresh. Wait, I will stop sharing the screen. Yeah, Suresh, I think your question is, can we use our normal headphones for podcast? I think you see, you're producing your content in the mobile phone or in your laptop. I don't think so. That if you are in that mobile phone, your normal headphone is enough, but it must be a good one, branded one, not like a local microphones. The headphones must be in a good Paka branded one. That will be in a good sensitivity. Sensitivity will be there, and selectivity will also there. So that you may use to branded mics. I don't want to mention the recommend the brand names. You know very well about that one. And 1+3, how to buy how to buy their products. Which products? I don't think so. The podcasting kit or a mic or anyhow, I will think like that. All these materials available in the Amazon platform, so that you not to worry. And in Chennai, if you are in Chennai, you may go to the Ritchie Street and near to that Camera Street. There you will buy all the materials. So need not worry. All these things are available in Chennai itself. And if you are not in Chennai, don't worry that you will order in Amazon and available in that platform. Okay, so I think I answered for the 2 questions. Guys, if you have any questions, you may ask. And right now 73 participants are there. Students, you may ask me a question. Otherwise, if you have any free time, you may come to our university and you will see the setups what we are doing here in Chennai, Madras University. Okay, so Prakash, I think here we will stop. Right now the time is 11:50. ஸோ அன்பர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இதுகாரும் அமைதியாக இருந்து உங்கள் என்ன சொல்றது பொன்னான நேரத்தை ஒதுக்கி இந்த ஒரு உரையை கேட்டமைக்காக, இந்த உரை எந்த அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்கு பயன் தந்தது என்று தெரியவில்லை. நிச்சயமாக இன்றைய தினம் ஒரு அரை மணி நேரம் ஒரு புதிய தகவலை தெரிந்து கொள்வதற்காக நீங்கள் ஒதுக்கி இருக்கிறீர்கள். மிகவும் நன்றி. தொடர்ந்து இணைந்திருப்போம். சர்வதேச வானொலி .blogspot.com என்ற இணையதளத்தில் நீங்கள் இது போன்ற தகவல்களை தொடர்ந்து பார்க்கலாம். அதில் எழுதி கொண்டிருக்கிறேன். நீங்கள் தொடர்ந்து இந்த வெப்சைட்ல பார்க்கலாம். நான் ஒரு மேகசினையும் நடத்தணும் இதுக்காக, ஒரு சர்வதேச வானொலின்ட்டு. அது இப்போ அவைலபிளா இருக்கு. நீங்க வந்து ஆன்லைன்ல பார்க்கலாம். சர்வதேச வானொலின்னு டைப் பண்ணீங்கனாலே நீங்க அதை பார்க்கலாம். இங்கிலீஷ்லயோ அல்லது தமிழ்லயோ பார்த்து டைப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா கூகுள்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேஜ்லயே வரும், சர்வதேச வானொலின்ட்டு போட்டா. அல்லது ஜெய்சக்திவேல்னு டைப் பண்ணீங்கனாலும் வரும். கூகுள்ல SEOல நாங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 15 வருஷமா டாப்ல இருக்கேன். ரேடியோ ரிலேட்டடா நீங்க எது கண்டென்ட் ட்ரை பண்ணீங்கனாலும் தவிர்க்க முடியாம எங்களுடைய வெப்சைட்டை நீங்க தாண்டி போகவே முடியாது. ஸோ கொஞ்சம் சுய விளம்பரங்களையும் செஞ்சுக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அருண் சார் இருக்காரான்னு தெரியல, இருந்தாருன்னா அவர் வந்து ஒரு புத்தகம் எழுதியிருக்கார் வானொலி தொடர்பா, நீங்கள் கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருப்பது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. And also I wrote a book on radio, nearly 10 books எழுதியாச்சு. 10 புத்தகங்கள் வானொலி தொடர்பா மட்டும் எழுதியிருக்கோம். 4 புத்தகங்கள் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ரேடியோ, அபவுட் BBC, சைனா ரேடியோ இன்டர்நேஷனல், ஸ்ரீலங்கன் பிராட்காஸ்டிங் கார்பரேஷன் அண்ட் ரேடியோ வெரிட்டாஸ் ஏஷியா ஃப்ரம் பிலிப்பைன்ஸ். இந்த 4 புத்தகங்கள் வந்து வெளிநாட்டு தமிழ் வானொலிகளை பற்றி எழுதியிருக்கோம். அண்ட் ஹாம் ரேடியோ பற்றியும் எழுதியிருக்கோம். ஹாம் ரேடியோ ஒரு அறிமுகம், இளைஞர்களுக்கான ஹாம் ரேடியோ, பேரிடர் காலங்களில் உதவும் ஹாம் ரேடியோ இன்றும் என்றும். இது என்ன ஹாம் அப்படின்னு திடீர்னு புதுசாக சொல்றேன்னு நினைக்க வேண்டாம். இதை பற்றி நிறைய பேசியிருக்கோம். நமக்கு இந்த டாபிக்ன்றதுனால இதெல்லாம் எதுவும் நாங்கள் உங்களோட பேசிக்கல. எல்லாமே அவைலபிளாக இருக்கும் ஆன்லைன்ல. நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு நேரம் கிடைக்கும் போது பார்க்கலாம், படித்து கொள்ளலாம், தெரிந்து கொள்ளலாம். ஸோ இதுதான் நாங்கள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது ரேடியோக்காக. ஸோ that's it. Here we will stop.
Thank you so much,
okay,
sir.
Prakash, you may go ahead.
Yes, sir. Over to Professor Abhinaya for the Thanksgiving session.
Yeah, thank you, Prakash sir. Thank you, Jaisakthivel sir. It was indeed a wonderful session. So, being a beginner, so many things you have shared. So, I think all the attendees would be curious enough to just get started with the podcast. Attendees, you can just follow sir's page, Facebook page, and also listen to his FM. Recently, I got to know about his My Love Food FM through WhatsApp group. So I'm following his anchor channel. So he is just registering more important and facts, good facts, which you can listen to and get benefited. Thank you so much, sir. So, person of such high profile, you have come forward to help our students and other students from different colleges to kickstart their podcast. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving opportunity and share my knowledge with your students and the faculty members. Thank you. We will keep in touch.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Attendees can, if some of your friends have missed out the session, they can check our Facebook page, Facebook/Avichi College, and you can follow our page for future updates on webinars and admission process. Thank you.
One more thing, please.
Yeah, sir.
Actually,
Yeah, sir.
four questions were there. I think Yogi, Suresh, Aarti, and Deepika were asked these things. I will
Yes.
give us in just a minute. Yogi, how to create a content? Content is nothing. For example, from your place itself, you will start your own content. For example, uh, if you are near to a village, or if you are with elder peoples where they are in your house, you may ask them their stories. If they are ready to sing a song, the old songs, uh, lullabies, you may record that one and you will upload. Or you may ask your grandpa or grandma about those days, you record that one, or you will start your content from your house itself. Okay, so content just like that. For example, I have a lot of contents, but I don't have a time to produce all those things. For example, yesterday, editor from popular Tamil magazine asked me that why don't you write these things? That means technical books in Tamil. Why don't you produce a content on technical books in Tamil? Technical in the sense, you may start like media-oriented books, okay, or media-oriented films, like that kind of thing. You may review the media-oriented films. For example, a lot of people were, recently watched Hero. In that Hero movie, ham radio is a very important thing. That fox hunt and a lot of things were discussed in that movie. But we people just like that pass that movie, isn't it? Valaikara movie were focused on community radio. A lot of things were there. You may take that kind of content and you produce. And Suresh were asking, laptop can we get better clarity than mobile phones? So of course, you see, the mobile phone microphone is very, very sensitive one. That is the reason that comparatively laptop, the mobile phone microphone is a very sensitive one. So the clarity may differ if you record in that mobile phone and if you record in that your laptop. Okay, so you will use a mobile phone for your content generation. That will be in a good for your. Otherwise, you will buy a separate mic and like a Rode or Boya, you will set up in that your mobile in your laptop. Pin, and you will record it. Okay, and Aarti, hello Aarti, come on, welcome to this presentation. Being a radio journalist, did you feel a great difference from broadcast to podcast? Actually, you see, every technology have their own uniqueness. Okay, so broadcast means it's in a broad way that you have to produce a content. For example, you need to spend a lot of things. You see, for a conventional broadcast, nearly they are spending a lot of money. I will give a good example. All India Radio external service were broadcast a Tamil service for Southeast Asian listeners, and their content, for example, for half an hour content, they are producing nearly 3 or 4 producers are there, uh, and simultaneously they broadcast in 6 different frequencies in a shortwave frequency. That too were high power transmitters. Each that frequency were utilizing nearly 500 kilowatt of power of electricity were consuming for that broadcast. For a month, they are spending nearly 20,000 rupees per hour. I'm talking about for an hour they're spending for the broadcast. That is in the conventional way. But here in the podcast, you see, just like that, we are recording our own content and we are broadcasting it. And the two for all over the world. But that particular service, the Southeast Asian, you may target only to the Southeast Asian listeners. But in a podcast, you will transmit to your content all over the world. No, that is a very interesting thing. So this is a great difference by there. Okay, that's it. I think. And Arun, in the content produce, we can use or regional language or slang. Yeah, of course, regional. You see, for example, in Chennai, we have a lot of opportunity to use our own content. But the thing is that our broadcasts will go to all over the world. so that of course we use our own, but uniqueness must be there, no? For example, you want to show your uniqueness, then through the slang only. கோயம்புத்தூர் பசங்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்னா, என்னங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க, நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா, இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போறது என்னங்கன்னா, so through this way that they, நல்லா இருக்கே அப்படின்னு. ஒரு பொண்ணு கோயம்புத்தூர் தமிழ் பேசுறதுனாலோ, ஒரு பொண்ணு மதுரை தமிழ்ல பேசுறதுனாலோ, அல்லது திருநெல்வேலியில அந்த தமிழ்ல பேசுறதுன்னா, அந்த மொழிக்காகவே கேட்கறவங்க இருப்பாங்க இல்லையா? அதனால எந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து பண்றீங்களோ அந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து மொழியை பயன்படுத்தினா it will be become an hit. Okay, so that's it. Okay, here I will stop. ஏன்னா தேங்க்ஸ் பண்ணி பண்றது நான் எல்லாத்தையும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் உங்களுடைய கொஸ்டின்ஸ் பார்க்காம விட்டுட்டேன். So sorry for that one. Thank you, madam. Sorry to.
Yeah, sir. No issues, sir. No issues. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and answering all the questions by the audience. Hope people are following your page and getting benefited throughout. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Do visit our college once these lockdowns get over, sir. We'll invite you and we'll be happy to host you in our college too, sir.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Prakash, and the faculty members of the Avichi College. We will keep in touch.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Prakash here. Thank you so much for the invitation and thank you so much for the presentation. So, சார், எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு கேள்வி இருக்கு பாட்காஸ்டிங் குறித்து. பாட்காஸ்டிங்கில் வந்து நம்ம திரைசை பாடல்களை பயன்படுத்தலாமா அல்லது காப்புரிமை பிரச்சனைகள் உள்ளதா? அது குறித்து ஏன்னா
இதுக்கு அருணே சொல்லுவார். அருண் வந்து பாட்காஸ்டர் தான், நம்ம இதில் வந்திருக்காரு. அவர் வந்து ஒரு ஜேர்னலிஸ்ட், டெக்கான் கிரானிக்கல்ல சீனியர் ஜேர்னலிஸ்டா இருந்து இப்போ வந்து ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு நிறுவனத்துல இருக்காரு, ஊடக துறையில தான். அவர் கிட்டத்தட்ட 4-5 வருஷமா பயன்படுத்திட்டு இருக்காரு. பாடல்களை வந்து நம்ம ஒளிபரப்ப முடியாதுங்க. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, ஒளிபரப்பலாம், இப்ப நீங்க ஒளிபரப்புற போது பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஆனா நாளைக்கு அதுல வருமானம் வரும்பொழுது நீங்க மாட்டிக்குவீங்க. அந்த பாடல்கள் மூலம் வருமானம் வந்ததுன்னா. ஏன் பாடல்களை ஒளிபரப்ப கூடாது அப்படின்னா, அது வந்து காப்பிரைட்டட் கண்டென்ட். அது முறையா அனுமதி வாங்கி நீங்க வேணா பயன்படுத்தலாம். அதுக்கான அனுமதியை மும்பையில இருக்கிற அந்த காப்பிரைட்டட் அந்த மியூசிக் காப்பிரைட் வாங்குறதுக்குன்னு ஒரு நிறுவனம் இருக்கு. அதுல நீங்க காப்பிரைட் வாங்கிக்கிட்டு ஒளிபரப்பலாம். அப்படியுமே இளையராஜா பாடல்கள் எல்லாம் நீங்க ஒளிபரப்புறீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் சிக்கல் தான். இளையராஜா பாடல்கள் வந்து அவர் ஏற்கனவே ஒரு ஃபைல் பண்ணி இது பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காரு. ஸோ நீங்க பாப்புலர் ஆகாத வரைக்கும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஆன்லைன்ல எவ்வளவு நாள் வேணாலும் ஒளிபரப்பிட்டு இருக்கலாம். நீங்க பாப்புலர் ஆயிட்டீங்கன்னு வைங்களேன், அப்புறம் ஐயோ வம்பாயிடுச்சு அப்படின்ற அப்படி இதாயிரும். அதாவது என்ன சொல்றது, அப்படிதான் மாட்டுறாங்க நிறைய பேர். அதனால பாடல்கள் ஒளிபரப்ப முடியாது. நீங்க வேணா அந்த ஒரு 30 செகண்ட்ஸ் அந்த பிஜிஎம் பயன்படுத்திக்கலாம். அதுக்கு காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூலாம் இல்லை. ஸோ பாடல்கள் இல்லைனாலே நமக்கு அப்படியே பொக்குன்னு போயிருது இல்லைங்களா? ஆனா இங்க நேசகானம், சென்னையிலே இன்னொரு மெரினா எஃப்எம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு எஃப்எம், அப்புறம் நிறைய எஃப்எம்ஸ், பொள்ளாச்சி எஃப்எம், தேன் தமிழ் எஃப்எம், இப்படி நிறைய எஃப்எம்ஸ். அதாவது நான் எஃப்எம்னா உடனே எஃப்எம்ல ஒளிபரப்புறது இல்லை, எல்லாமே ஆன்லைன்ல ஒளிபரப்பிட்டு இருக்கிற வானொலிகள் பாடல்களை தான் ஒளிபரப்பிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஆனா என்னன்னா, அவங்க அவ்வளவு பாப்புலர் ஆகாதனால பிரச்சனை இல்லை. நீங்க ஒன்ஸ் பாப்புலர் ஆயிட்டீங்கன்னு வைங்களேன், ரொம்ப சிக்கலாயிரும். அது வந்து என்ன சொல்றது, காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூ ஆயிரும் வைங்களேன். அந்த காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூ பத்தியே நான் ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு கதை இருக்குது. நான் மாட்டியிருக்கிறேன் அந்த மாதிரி காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூல. ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு புத்தகத்தை வாட்ஸ்அப்ல ஷேர் பண்ணதுனால மாட்டியிருக்கேன் நான். நீங்க பாடல்கள் எல்லாம் எத்தனை பேர் ஷேர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், நான் ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு புக்கை ஷேர் பண்ணதுனால மாட்டியிருக்கேன். அதனால ரொம்ப ஜாகிரதையா இருக்கணும். நாம என்ன நினைக்கிறோம், வாட்ஸ்அப்ல எல்லாம் ஷேர் பண்றது வந்து என்கிரிப்டட்லாம் சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? அது என்கிரிப்டட்லாம் கிடையாது. அதெல்லாம் நாம சும்மா சொல்லிக்கிறது. இப்போ ஜூம் பத்தியே நிறைய பேர் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க இல்லையா? ஐ மஸ்ட் அப்ரிசியேட் தட் யூ பீப்புள் வேர் என்டர் இன்டு திஸ் ஃபீல்ட். என்ன சொல்றது, ஜூம் எத்தனை விமர்சனம் இருந்தாலும் நீங்க ஜூம்குள்ள இருக்கீங்க பாத்தீங்களா? தட் இஸ் த திங் தட் வி ஆர் என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு கிரிட்டிக்கலா திங்க் பண்ற ஆட்கள்ன்றது நான் சொல்றேன். நிறைய பேர் நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க ஜூம்ல நம்ம இருந்தோம்னா டேட்டாவை திருடிடுவாங்க. ஐயோ என்னோட இதெல்லாம். நான் ஒண்ணு சொல்லட்டுமா, முதல்ல டேட்டா வந்து நம்ம டேட்டாவை ஏற்கனவே தெரியாச்சு ஆச்சுங்களா? நம்ம எப்போ வந்து ஃபேஸ்புக்கு, நீ ஒரு ஸ்மார்ட் போன் வாங்கினதுமே முதல் வேலை என்ன பண்றோம், ஜிமெயில் அக்கௌண்ட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதுக்குள்ளதான் போறோம். ஜிமெயில் அக்கௌண்ட் எப்போ உள்ளுக்குள்ள கொடுக்குறீங்களோ அப்பவே நீங்க என்னென்ன பண்றீங்கன்றது முடிஞ்சது. நம்ம என்னமோ கிளவரா இப்ப எல்லாரும், எனக்கு வந்து ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் நான் ஷேர் பண்ணும்போது இந்த ஜூம் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல நான் பண்றேன் வாங்கன்னா, ஐயோ அது வந்து பயங்கரமான ஆபத்தானது அப்படின்றாங்க. முதல்ல உங்க ஸ்மார்ட் போனை தலையை சுத்தி தூக்கி எறிங்க, அப்பதான் நீங்க ஆபத்துல இருந்து தப்பிப்பீங்கன்னு சொல்லுவேன் நான். ஏன்னா எல்லாரும் சொல்றாங்க, மினிஸ்ட்ரி சொல்லுது, அதாவது யூடியூப்ல போட்டாங்க, அது கொஞ்சம் அனலைஸ் பண்ண மாட்டீங்களா? இதனால எப்படி இது வந்து இதாகுது? பிபிசிலேயே ஒரு நல்ல ஆர்டிகல் ஜூமை பத்தி இருக்கு பாருங்க. நியூயார்க் டைம்ஸ்ல ஒரு ஆர்டிகல் வந்திருக்கு இதை பத்தி, எப்படி ஏன் வந்து இது இது மேல விமர்சனம் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு. ஏன்னா இது வந்து யூஸ் அண்ட் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம், ஃப்ரீயா தர்றான், அதனால ஹிட் ஆயிருச்சு. 15-20 வருஷமா கூகுள் மீட் வந்து வச்சுக்கிட்டு, அவன் ஹேங் அவுட் வச்சுக்கிட்டு எப்படி வியாபாரம் பண்றதுன்னு தெரியாம இருந்தான். இப்போ திடீர்னு ஒரு ஃபைன் மார்னிங் இப்போ இன்னொரு ஆப் வந்துருக்கு பாருங்க, கிளீன் யுவர் சைனா ஆப்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அது ரொம்ப டேஞ்சரஸான ஆப், ரொம்ப ஜாகிரதையா இருங்க. அந்த ஆப் நீங்க நிறைய பேர் நம்ம ஷேர் பண்ணும்போது என்ன சொல்றோம், இந்தியனா இருந்தா ஷேர் பண்ணு, தமிழ்னா இருந்தா ஷேர் பண்ணுன்னு உடனே நான் தமிழன் பாத்தீங்களா ஷர்ன்னு ஷேர் பண்ணிடுறோம். அந்த கிளியர் சைனா ஆப்ஸ்ன்ற ஆப் என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் உங்களுடைய மொபைலுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற எல்லா அப்ளிகேஷனையும் அது பாக்குது. அதாவது நீங்க அந்த ஆப் நீங்க டவுன்லோட் பண்ணீங்கனாலே உங்களை ஃபுல்லா நீங்க யாரு என்ன மாதிரி டேஸ்ட் ஆனாலும் எல்லாத்தையும் பாக்குறான். சரிங்களா? அதே போல இன்னொரு ஆப், 2 ஆப், அது பாகிஸ்தான் ஆப். என்ன ஒரு கூத்துன்னா, நிறைய பேர் எனக்கு ஷேர் பண்றாங்க அந்த இதை பாருங்க, இந்த மேப்பை பாருங்க. நான் சொல்லுவேன், நீங்க எந்த ஆப்பை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணீங்கனாலும் முதல்ல அவன் யாரு, எங்கிருந்து வர்றான், அவன் என்ன இதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கான்றதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துட்டு பண்ணுங்க. என்னது கிளியர் சைனா ஆப்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி ஒரே இப்போ 2 நாள்லங்க 40 1 கோடி டவுன்லோட்ஸ் ஆயிருச்சு. உங்களுக்கும் அது வரும் பாருங்க. நாளைக்கு எனக்கே நீங்க ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணாலும் பண்ணுவீங்க. அதனால ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க, நீங்க எந்த ஒன்று டவுன்லோட் பண்ணாலும் அல்லது யாராச்சும் ஒன்று சொல்றாங்கன்னா அதை அப்படியே ஷேர் பண்ணிடாதீங்க தயவு செய்து. நம்ம மீடியா பீப்புள்ஸ் we must aware of that what's happening there in this medium. எதனால இதை விமர்சனம் பண்றாங்க, what is the reason that they are commenting this particular app அப்படின்னு பார்த்து அந்த ஆப் யாருது, எங்கிருந்து வருது. அந்த கிளியர் சைனா ஆப்ஸ்ன்ற ஆப் வந்து ராஜஸ்தான்ல கிளியர் அட்ரஸே இல்லை. நான் போய் பார்த்துட்டேன். அதை பத்தி கேட்ஜெட்ஸ் குருல NDTVல ஒரு ஆர்டிகல் இருக்கு, நல்ல ஆர்டிகல் படிங்க. அவன் வந்து சும்மா அது எஜுகேஷனுக்காக உருவாக்கின ஆப். அவன் என்னன்னா கண்ட்ரிஸ், ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன் வருதுன்னா அந்த அப்ளிகேஷனுடைய கண்ட்ரியை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்காக உருவாக்கின ஆப். அதுக்கு அவனே சொல்லியிருக்கான், இது வந்து இந்த கண்ட்ரிஸை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்காக உருவாக்கின ஆப். தயவு செய்து அதனால இதை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி இதனால உங்க அப்ளிகேஷன்ல மொபைல்ல ஏதாச்சும் ஹேங் ஆச்சு அல்லது பிரச்சனையாச்சுன்னா அது நான் பொறுப்பு இல்லைன்னு வேற சொல்றான். அப்படி இருக்கிற ஆப்பை நம்மால் போட்டு எனக்கே 2-3 நாளா வருது கிளியர் சைனா ஆப். யாரா அவன் என்ன பண்றான்னு பார்த்தா அத்தனை ஆர்டிக்கல் வந்திருக்குது. அவன் எந்த இடத்துல இருக்கான்னு தெரியாமையே நடத்திட்டு இருக்கான். ஸோ மேபி அது சைனாவே உருவாக்குன ஆப்பா கூட இருக்கலாம். So be careful when you are downloading or when you are receiving an application like this. Please analyze that one. You may go and search about that particular application, whether it is a reliable one, in which way it is monitoring you. For example, I will give a good example for you, that you have a Gmail account, no? Every day you are receiving lot of spam mails, no? What is the reason? How come you are receiving that spam mails? Did you give the mail to your mail ID to that guys? That is the way that already you are in monitoring way. That means உங்க டேட்டா ஏற்கனவே போயாச்சு. உங்களுக்கு வந்து நீங்க நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்க நான் சேஃப்னு. எப்ப ஸ்மார்ட் போனை யூஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோமோ அன்னைக்கே நம்ம தகவல்கள் எல்லாமே போயாச்சு. அதனால நீ ஒன்றும் புதுசா நம்ம இருந்து எடுக்க வேண்டியது. நம்ம ஒன்றும் நாட்டு ரகசியத்தை எல்லாம் நம்ம போன்ல ஒழிச்சு வச்சிருக்கல. என் அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து பணத்தை எடுத்துருவோம், அதெல்லாம் அவ்வளவு பணம்லாம் நம்மளாம் ஒண்ணு வச்சுக்கல. நம்மளாம் பெரிய இந்த மாதிரி எதுவும் இல்லை. எல்லா அப்ளிகேஷனுக்கும் இருக்கிற பிரச்சனைகள் தான் இருக்கு. அதனால வந்து நீங்க எந்த ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன்னாலும் அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு சில சிக்கல்கள் இருக்கதான் செய்யும். இந்த ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங்ல நான் கூட பிரகாஷ் கூட பேசும்போது சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். இப்போ நீங்க நிறைய பேர் எல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க, உங்க வெப் கேம்ல பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க. நீங்க திடீர்னு ஏதோ ஒரு வேலைன்னு போயிடுறீங்க, சைன் அவுட் கொடுக்காம. என்ன ஆகும்? கேமரா ஆன்லயே இருக்கும், ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். உங்க வரவேற்பறைய இந்த உலகத்துக்கு காட்டிட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னு தான் அர்த்தம். அதனால நீங்க தான் ஜாக்கிரதையா இருந்துக்கணும். நீங்க ஒன்னையும் பார்க்கும்போதும் அதை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இதுல என்னென்னலாம் இருக்கு, கேமரா இருந்ததுனாலே கொஞ்சம் ஜாக்கிரதையா இருந்துக்கிறது நல்லது. கேமரா எப்போ ஆன் பண்ணும், எப்போ ஆஃப் ஆகும், இல்லைன்னா முடிஞ்ச அளவு கேமரா முன்னாடி ஒரு ஸ்டிக் ஆட்டா ஒட்டி வச்சிருங்க. மைக் என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, இப்போ கேமரா முன்னாடி ஸ்டிக் ஒட்டி வைக்கிறீங்க. மைக் முதல்ல உங்களுக்கு எங்க, நிறைய பேருக்கு லேப்டாப்ல மைக் எங்க இருக்குன்னே தெரியாது. அது அப்ப என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, மைக்ல ரெக்கார்ட் ஆயிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். அப்போ என்னடா பயமா இப்படி எல்லாம் பயமுறுத்துறீங்கன்னா, கேட்ஜெட்ஸை பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். யூ மஸ்ட் அவேர் ஆஃப் தட். எங்க கேமரா இருக்கு, எங்க வந்து மைக் இருக்கு, வேற என்ன மாதிரியான இதெல்லாம் அதுல ஷேர் எல்லாம் ஆக முடியும். இப்போ கிளியர் சைனா ஆப் என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா உங்க மொபைல் ஃபுல்ல இருக்கிற எல்லா ஆப்பையும் பாக்குறது. என்னென்ன ஆப் நீங்க பயன்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கீங்க, ஒவ்வொரு ஆப் எவ்வளவு நேரம் பயன்படுத்துனீங்க, எல்லா டேட்டாவும் எடுக்கிறாங்க. அப்ப எந்த அளவுக்கு பாருங்க. நீங்க என்ன நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்க, அப்பா நான் இந்தியன், நான் வந்து ஐ மஸ்ட் கிளியர் மை சைனா அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் சொல்லிட்டு கொடுத்துட்றீங்க. அவனுக்கு என்னோட எல்லாத்தையும் அக்சஸ் பண்ணிக்கன்னு கொடுத்துட்றீங்க. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த திங். டாபிக் மாறி போயிட்டோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சாரி பிரகாஷ், பட் திஸ் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங் we have to discuss.
Yes sir, I just want to put one note and close this sir. Actually வந்து பாட்காஸ்டிங் ஃபார் பிகினர்ஸ் அப்படின்னு தான் ஆரம்பிச்சோம். அது எப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது போய் ஒரு பாட்காஸ்டிங் உடைய, அதாவது டேட்டா அண்ட் ஆப்ஸ் குறித்த ஒரு குட்டி பாட்காஸ்டிங்க, குட்டி ஸ்டோரியா அழகா ரொம்ப சூப்பராகவே வந்து எங்களுக்கு அடிஷ்னல் எக்ஸ்டெண்டட் வெர்ஷனா ஒரு குட்டி பாட்காஸ்ட் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க.
அதுக்கு காரணம் நீங்க ஜூம் யூஸ் பண்ணதுனால நான் சொன்னேன். ஐ அப்ரிசியேட் யூ பீப்புள் who are using Zoom. அதுக்காக இல்ல, எல்லாரும் பயந்து ஓடிட்டு இருக்கும்போது நாங்க பண்றோம், நாங்க தைரியமா அப்படின்னா you must know something about Zoom, no? Otherwise how come you will buy this one?
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Right sir. So that's, thank you so much sir, thank you so much for the the insights about the latest app and the sensational apps that you are talking about. So we wish to have you at our place, sir, once these normalcy returns. So we are happy to host you, and thank you so much for joining, sir. And the listeners, please stay tuned to the third Smilapur FM. He is giving updates on every single day on a daily basis. And listen to the short stories. சார் சில ஷார்ட் ஸ்டோரிஸ் எல்லாம் நான் இது வரைக்கும் படிக்காம இருந்ததெல்லாம் வந்து நான் நீங்க அனுப்புனதுல தான் நான் கேட்டிருக்கேன். ரொம்ப நன்றி. தட் ஆக்சுவலி ஒரு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, something which has been uploaded to the cloud will be there forever இனிமே. So these contributions will be a greatest contribution to the Tamil literature world. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, sir. இது கேட்குற மாணவர்களும் நிறைய இந்த மாதிரி பாட்காஸ்டிங் நிறைய செய்து அவங்களும் வந்து இந்த கான்ட்ரிபியூஷனை எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத சொல்லிட்டு we will sign off and stay tuned to avichicollege.edu.in for admissions and the other details. Thank you, sir. Thank you.